Hi guys, hope you are doing well. For those who don't know me yet, I'm Melody from France, and I made this video today to present you the club Viral Angels, which I discovered last year in July 2014. And in a few minutes, you're gonna understand why I wanted to share that with you today. So, to get what it is about, I would like to first ask you a question. If you had the opportunity to possess the shares of, let's say, Google, Alibaba, or Apple before their IPO, when they go public in stock exchange, where would you be today? Well, that's exactly what offers Viral Angels. So it's basically a private club of investors which allow you to make huge profits just by buying shares of private outstanding SMBs, small and medium-sized businesses, before they go public. And just so you know, the day of the IPO is literally the day where the value of the company experiences its strongest growth. So imagine what it can be if you buy shares before that. Viral Angels is an independent private club which was built as a cooperative in June 2012 in Stockholm. And that's probably the part that I love the most about the club. That it's Swedish, and I have no idea if you know a bunch of Swedish people, but trust me, they are really honest, organized, and trustful people. They say what they do, and they do what they say, and they do it incredibly well, which is very much appreciated. Besides, the club is present all over the world in more than 130 countries. It's still a small company, but with an excellent growth rate, as you can see on the chart. Viral Angels is a private club of investors which works thanks to private equity, given that we are talking about private companies. The concept is simple. Viral Angels has a team of experts who takes care of everything. They have over 30 years of experience in the stock market and have a very good reputation. They have optimized many IPOs in Nasdaq in New York, plus markets in London, Wall Street, or even at the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. The purpose of this high-level team is to analyze the market and identify successful SMEs with a strong development potential. Currently, they select one company per month among over 200 cases. So there is a huge selection and they just give us the best. So basically, they take an equity stake in the company selected, amplify their value, and once mature, they propel it in the stock market. And if for any reason the IPO is not possible, it is included in the contract that a resale will be operated. In every situation, there is always a way to make grow our investments. Viral Angels will thus distribute to the members of the club the shares they purchase in the SMEs before their IPO, and therefore at a very low price and in very large quantities, which will enable them to achieve significant gains after the IPOs, which, as we said before, is truly the day where the share value experiences its strongest growth. It's important to understand that Viral Angels allows you to invest your money and make it fully grow without any financial compensation. It's definitely one of, if it's not the only one, investors club that is totally free. There is no entrance fee, simply being invited to join the club by an actual member and just invest the amount of your choice. Your wallet belongs to you and you absolutely manage it the way you want. Let's give you now an overview of the highly selected 16 companies currently in the Viral Angels portfolio. They are all very different, so whether you can choose to focus on one or two, which really concerns you. But the best strategy is to split your investments between all of them, just an advice from the most successful people in this world. So we have Eurobrands, which is the leading manufacturer of alternatives to traditional tobacco products, such as electronic cigarettes. The company owns 4 brands, including Playboy cigarettes, ladies and gentlemen. Then Best of Our Worlds, a Sweden social network for wealthy people from all over the world. Likewise, this company is highly recognized by the Worldwide Success Press magazine. Fantrack, a London social media for celebrities. New Motor Media, which is about racing. Athabasca, an oil and gas company based in Canada. Vesa Mineral in Ghana is a natural resources company focused on mining operations on the African continent. They exploit ore like diamonds, gold, and amazing stuff like that. We also have a manufacturer of high-quality aerial drones, a worldwide wine club from UK, AppSnap from Amsterdam, Netherlands, which develops and markets all types of mobile applications, a Swedish dog subscriptions boxes. RiderCam from London is the world-leading technology in delivering HD video souvenirs in theme parks. And last but not least, Trig Media Group, which is just the biggest company in our wallet. It's a huge Sweden corporation which hosts Trig Money, cashback on your online shopping, Trig Social Media, Trig Moments, Trig TV, and Hey Hey, an instant messenger. Admittedly, they are all SMEs, but certainly not startups. All these companies have proven their worth. They are in place for several years now, and they have such an outstanding growth and such a tremendous potential that, thanks to the help of Viral Angels, they will be able to pursue their expansion at a global reach. From now, we have one IPO per quarter, and luckily, as the club is totally expanding, over time it's gonna go faster and faster, especially given that the goal of the club is to realize one IPO a month. Being a member of the club gives you plenty of advantages, and I just listed a few of them here. The first benefit I see in the club is that you gain knowledge about the financial market, the stock exchange, and all of this very specific area, which is just the most powerful one in the world. Absolutely nothing on this earth is even close than what can provide a peak growth on the stock market, sometimes in only 1 second. So I definitely think that it's an area we should be more aware of. However, contrary to the actual stock exchange, the club made us the masters of the game. Like, I don't know if you have already invested in stock exchange or even think about it, but to me I was like, no way, it's too dangerous. I can lose everything, it goes too fast, I can't stay behind my computer all day long, it's even stressful, and anyway, I don't have the millions to put in it. And even if I had, I wouldn't have the slightest idea about which share should I buy, in how many quantities, and at what price. I didn't have any idea about it, and just because I didn't know it, I was just scared about it. And what I really appreciate with the club, and that's exactly why I started right away, it's that it's the total opposite of that. Like, it's a private market, highly secured. The official value of the shares, called strike price, is fixed. It just raises slowly over time until the IPO. And even on the internal market, the chart moves every day and not every second, which is almost 30,000 times slower than the public stock exchange. You can also put it in automatic. This way, you don't even have to be connected every week or month. The club takes care of everything. Like a bank, you know? You just entrust them your money and they make it grow in a much more interesting way than banks, fortunately. So absolutely no stress. And about the investment, which we will talk in the next slide, you can put as many money as you want with a minimum of only 89 euros. So yes, basically any kind of person can do it, whether rich people, then not very rich people, or CEOs or students, or no matter what your gender is, or your age, your profession, where you came from, or whatever. Oh, and for CEOs, something to be aware of. You can sign up in the club as a person or even as a business. Or you can also do both, which is even more profitable. So become the masters of the game, also in the meaning that you will receive informations before the public, because we're talking about private companies that have signed confidentiality agreements with the club, and everything happens on the Viral Angels private market. You will be in possession of the shares before the IPO, where everyone will snatch them. Every week you will automatically receive shares allocations. You'll also have the opportunity to trade on the internal market if you want to. Members also have an online private account which they can manage as they wish, as well deposit or withdraw money at any time. Of course, we can add the high return on investments, especially compared with what we are used to, like all kind of savings account, life insurance, or even compared to real estate. Like when people buy a property, it takes 20 years to write off their initial investment. Expect here to do at least 25 times your investment every 2 years. Indeed, viral angels, it's definitely when you want, where you want, and how you want. You're just free to do whatever you want to do. To make the investment easier, the club has set up 7 membership plans ranging from €89 to €990 a month. From the moment you choose the pack, throughout the following month, you will automatically receive weekly allocations of shares. All the viral angels receive the shares of the same companies. The quantity just depends on the level you belong to. It's possible to change level from one month to another, up or down, it doesn't matter. It's also possible to pause at any time, like make a break between 2 subscriptions. If so, you keep all the shares that you already have in your wallet, but the account is frozen until reactivation. And there is absolutely no commitment. You can stop at any time. It's also good to know that you can withdraw money whenever you want, and also add as many money as you want. The membership is just a basis. Obviously, the more you invest, the greater the benefits. The more shares you receive, the more you resell, and the more capital gain you generate. And as I said, the number of shares you receive only depends on the membership you choose. For example, with Gold membership, which is the beginner pack, you get 100% of your investment, i.e. the total value of the shares you will receive in 1 month will worth €89. From Platinum, you receive 120% of your investment. That is to say, to invest €145, you get €190 of shares value. You earn 20% every month. And from Emerald, in French, you receive 150% of your investment. So for all the exclusive packs, Emerald, Diamond, and Black Diamond, you earn 50% each month. I mean, look at that. You put €990, and at the end of the month, you get for €1,600. Seriously, that's awesome. So this one is obviously the most advantageous plans. And for those who have money to invest, you can do the same thing as I did, like take Black Diamond for a few months and then move to another level where you are more comfortable with on the long term. You can pay your membership by credit card, bank transfer, or use your personal Viral Angels account. The automatic subscription option is the most useful for you to automatically renew your membership and thus don't miss any allocation. You can change the level at any time, 3 clicks, or even cancel it if you want. Here concretely the nuance between the different levels of subscriptions, which shows you indeed that the more high membership you take, the more shares you receive, and consequently the more benefits you made. Just so you know, the club has already distributed shares for more than €40 million. So actually there are 3 different ways to make money in the club. The first one, as we just saw, is from the moment you choose a membership, especially an exclusive one, which allows you to earn each month 150% of your investment. The second one is naturally exercised over time, just by the fact that the more companies develop themselves, the more their value increases. That makes sense, right? Consequently, the strike price on the Viral Angels market increases too. And I gave you here the example of TMG, Trig Media Group. Remember the last company we talked about, the big corporation? That's the one. So in only 2 years, she took more than 1,000%. I can also give the example of RiderCam, the theme park camera, which took 50% only 3 weeks after they signed up with the club. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it's pretty good, eh? And the third one is the one the whole concept of the club rely on, of course, the IPO, where we all realize a significant capital gain, given that, as we said before, it is truly the day the company and its share value experience its strongest growth. For example, plus 750% with TSM last September. Figures may seem unbelievable, but indeed they are real. The only requirement to become eligible is patience. This is the key word in the investment field. Take a step back, let the experts do their work, and so far we really can give them credit for their amazing work. Gain a long-term vision, set yourself IG a 2 to 5 year horizon, and I can assure you that you will have only good surprises by then. Something to think about is that with Viral Angels, everyone has the same chance. They truly believe in equity, and so through the 3 ways, everyone earns the same thing. The only difference is on how much money you put in, and so how many shares you possess. But we all do the same capital gain, and that is really appreciated. But for the little genius who wants more, there is a 4th way to make money in the club, which is through the private Viral Angels market by trading online. Every member have access to it. It can be done in only 3 clicks. It's very simple. And at absolutely any time, because the market is open 24/7, which is pretty convenient. And surprise, there is a 5th way to make money in the club. And that's the last one, I swear. To me, it's just the icing on the cake, you know? First, because it's totally optional. And then, because it helps you to generate cash in the very short term, and thus to self-finance your membership. This way you don't have to put money from your pocket, just if you want to. It even can allow you to upgrade your subscription and then receive more shares. Or you can also withdraw this extra money. And by withdraw, I mean do a bank transfer from your Viral Angels account to your current personal bank account. Like any club worthy of the name, you have the opportunity to invite friends to join the club, to help them making money in turn, and you will be rewarded for that. For those wishing to learn more about that, I invite you to take a look at the corresponding section on this website. You have to be aware that it's a private club, so it cannot host the whole world, obviously. The cooperative has a limited number of members. It will be closing at 25,000 active members on a worldwide scale, so it's gonna go pretty fast. Beyond that limit, no one will be able to join the club. Only members who have started before that date will have the privilege to enjoy all the benefits of the club. Viral Angels is freelancing, but never alone. Many tools are at your disposal to help you maximize your investments. And of course, all of them are free. Every week, there are webinars in 10 different languages to let you know what's going on and answer your questions. You will also have access to other presentation and training videos. Besides, you have your personal back office where you have access to all the news about the societies we invest in, news about the club, the bonus plan, and from which you can absolutely manage all your investments, consult your shares wallet, visualize the evolution of their value, buy some, sell others, manage your subscriptions, your cash account, your team, everything. In addition, you will receive the weekly newsletter by email. Obviously, the person who sent you this link today will always be there for you throughout your journey in the club. Do not hesitate to contact him or her at the end of the video to ask all your questions. I'm also available if you need further clarification. Just feel free to email me and I'll answer as soon as possible. Then we can meet, talk by phone, Skype, or whatever. We'll find a way. And for the most connected of you, we also use social media to communicate between us. Maybe it's a little blurred for some of you, but no worries, don't freak out, it's totally fine. Actually, once you get it, it just makes sense because at the end it's very simple. But as it's really new for most of us, we need an adaptation period. So just take your time, watch this video a few more times if you need to, go over the website, ask all of your questions, and you will get it very fast, trust me. So if you need money to eat next week, Viral Angels is definitely not for you. By cons, if you want to invest in order to make grow your savings, you are at the right place. Viral Angels truly allows you to enter the big league through the back door. This is the tool that will allow you to generate your first million within few years, and without the risks must take most entrepreneurs. The concept is so flexible that everyone can adapt it to its own finances, its own schedule, and its own purpose. You just have to get the courage to take the plunge. Up to you to make the right decision. Thanks for listening.